No.
Well, speaking of aircon, I mean, not that you guys need to know, but
Yeah.
is this too cold for you?
No, this aircon is very comfortable.
Really? Okay, if it gets
Yeah.
too cold, I'll turn it down.
No,
Just-
I
mean,
love
turn
the
it up.
cold. I love
Okay,
the cold.
okay, cool.
But the ironic thing is, I don't sleep with the air conditioner on.
Huh.
I like to save electricity and I have the fan on. I find that it's
Wow.
just fine. Like, I don't usually, wake up in a pool of sweat or anything. So,
Right.
Oh, maybe this is a time where I share with everyone this. Remember I told you about this Kampong
Experience
campus?
that you went with Julian.
Yeah, and it is this, and they are a non-profit organization. They're
Okay.
really, really good philosophy and really just wanting to try to cultivate this sense of, I don't know how to, like being with nature, which is us. So farming is a great way of really directly with earth, right?
Right.
So, and I don't know, you can read it anywhere. So of course we know that this got great benefits, right? Earthing, and not just
Right.
spiritually.
And also,
But,
you
yeah.
don't put pesticides in. So talking about pollution, there's
Yes,
no
no.
pesticides and everything.
You don't pollute the soil, which means your food doesn't get polluted, and also you don't pollute the air because,
Right.
apparently, I mean, I don't know the science behind it, but when soil is polluted, there's all that, whatever. I'm not sure how
Yes.
it works, but I'm sure you know more than me. But so this place is called Kampong Campus, and you can look them up on a Ground Up Initiative, GUI. So their acronym is GUI, Ground Up
Mhm.
Initiative.
Mhm.
So GROUNDUP initiative
Right.
.com, I think. Yeah. So you
Okay.
just Google that. I'm sure you'll come out. I've always been, I love nature and stuff like that.
Right.
As much as I'm allowed access to it lah. Yeah.
Mm. But so after you grew, you plucked the food. And then did you eat it after
we were weeding. We were sort of like taking out the bad
Oh,
stuff.
I
Yeah,
see.
and weeding is such a. You see, then weeding. Then we come to sort of like a next topic or
Okay.
a subset of it, which is like the idea of weeding. It was so good. I mean, I absorb things quite quickly because I'm always kind of like you say, try to be very aware and conscious about what I'm doing and stuff. And in that process of weeding, and then even though it's nature, and then some leaves look really good, but then the farmer told us that no, even if it looks good, you can't have too much of it because then the nutrients will be taken away, and then the actual fruit then cannot
Right.
blossom and stuff like that. So
Okay.
it is such a deep philosophy. So it's like at least it tells me that sometimes some things gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah, some things gotta go.
Yeah.
No, but it's a very nice experience because you go to this part, you can't imagine this part of Yishun, and when you look around, because it's so deep inside Khatib, you don't see any buildings
Oh wow.
around.
It's sort of like Turf City in a sense.
Yeah,
If you
or
think
sort of
that.
like the zoo actually.
Right.
And
Which you also helped out at.
yes, I used to volunteer at the zoo.
That's
I
so.
was,
Julian has so many facets. I don't think 1 hour is gonna. I now have so many questions for you. We have a great lineup as well of different things to talk about. Okay, so where do we?
Okay, so let me show you this photo first because at the end of our farming, they allowed us to go into the stream. I don't know. Can see?
No, Ken. If you bring it closer,
Bring it close.
It will.
So
It will
that
focus.
is it focusing?
No. Let's see.
Okay, almost there.
Let's bring it even closer.
Okay.
I think it will. There we go. You cannot see any faces.
Yeah, okay. Almost. Okay, but that's us in the stream, and it was so
Wow.
nice. And surrounding us were all these rambutan trees, and there were so many of them.
Wow. Did you get to eat any of the food?
Did we? No, I think we were busy working. We didn't get to eat.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I do want to visit with you guys. If it's
You
possible
should.
someday.
I think that they're trying to develop that place into a whole sustainable
That's
ecosystem and have and make it much bigger so that a lot of people can come and do farming activities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's important. I mean, really, I think we know that the environment is in trouble because we're just not living sustainable lifestyles.
Yeah. Actually, it's very funny. I did Octobus recently, which is what you did too at Esplanade.
And
they
worked
had
with a group of children. And,
yes.
And sorry, they had
they had an activity which I think they didn't know how successful it would be, and it was getting these children to plant kangkong.
Wow. At the Esplanade.
Yeah. So it was like a little farmers kind of activity,
Okay,
and
where
it was
was
the first
this?
time they were trying it out. I'm not sure if it was inside or. I think some days, one of the days it was at the concourse. They were trying it out at the concourse,
Wow.
and then they brought it out to the outdoor side. And I think they didn't know how much of a hit it would be, because children nowadays, with all phones and
Yep.
and all the kids at
Sorry, what
Empress
did you
New
say,
Clothes. Yeah, sorry?
No, I was on my iPad. I'm so.
all the kids at the Empress New Clothes, they were showing me their Minecraft something. So they were designing things, but it's funny when you see the kids go and plant the kangkong thing. They just love it, and I think there's a very the love for nature is very innate.
It is in us, and
yeah.
I think these kids especially have to fight it harder because they've been raised in such a technological sort of environment.
So
it's to discover that.
Yeah.
Or to be a kid now and to discover. No, I'm just kidding.
I know, like, that activity really surprised everyone that it was so
such
successful.
a hit.
Yeah.
We're talking about recycling e-waste here. And not to mention brands, but I have to. I think HP Hewlett Packard does a really good job with integrating their brands into consumers' lifestyle. And they recently had a thing in Raffles Place where you can bring your old computers and then you can recycle this e-waste, because you can't just throw it out. If you throw it out, it gets burned, and this bad stuff goes into the environment, right? So and they reward you guys with vouchers and things like that for their own products. Yep. So I got a $20 voucher, which I may give out maybe in the next episode, because I don't really have anything to buy. I mean, I usually have all I need in general.
Oh, that's excellent.
I bought this mic already. So
Nice.
yeah, what do you recycle? How do you recycle your e-waste, Cheryl?
Oh, I give it to somebody.
That's very good. That's very good.
But I'm glad that I know about this now, because it's really something that I feel like we should all try and do. Especially like in a place like Singapore, where things are like quite convenient, like just in the city.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Cool, yes. And if you guys want, you can also, we can chat. I'm on Twitter as well, at Dwayne Tan. If you want to find out how to get rid of your e-waste and everything, chat to me on Twitter. Sometimes I actually do try to organize things where I get all my friends just to send me all their old CDs and stuff like that. We compile it, and then we send it off to a proper place for it to get recycled.
I've been trying to find a place to compost as well, like communal composting.
That's great.
That kind of thing. So, because of cooking and all that. So it's all going to be part of it, man. Sustainable life.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the thing, all right? I went and I checked what are the companies, like international companies that don't use palm oil products, or don't use palm oil in the production of their products.
Right.
And the very, very sad thing for a vain girl like me, and I do love my makeup, is many well-known companies still have palm oil in a lot of their products. So it's easy to say, okay, let's cut it out of our life entirely. But you would be really surprised at how many products you use on a daily basis have a little bit of palm oil as part of it.
It's just hard to avoid, lah.
It's really hard to avoid. So the thing is that I'm not saying that because everything is full of palm oil, let's just not use the stuff. But
in moderation, maybe.
I guess when there's a demand, there's always going to be a supply, right? So it's hard to be part of the problem.
It is, but I guess it's hard because there's also very few things that we can turn to if not these products. So I guess what we can do a little bit is sort of to try and use less of these products as much as possible, and hopefully because of consumer demand, they will have to come up with alternative products and mass produce it, so it's also cheaper for us.